People said Tinubu transformed Lagos, but what I saw was propaganda. Professor Kperogi speaks on 2005 visit. In an interview on the Micron podcast, Nigerian academic and columnist Professor Kperogi stated that he never expected President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to govern differently from what Nigerians have experienced so far. Kperogi, speaking with host Seun Okinbaloye, referenced his first-hand experience during a visit to Lagos in 2005 as the foundation of his views. He explained that while media reports at the time praised then-Governor Tinubu for transforming Lagos, his own observation on the ground told a different story. This disparity, he said, shaped his skepticism towards this widely circulated narrative of Tinubu's achievements. According to the professor, what was presented as a transformation was mostly cosmetic and limited to elite enclaves. While the broader infrastructure of Lagos remained neglected, Kperogi argued that successive Lagos governors have benefited from favorable national press coverage that often paints them in a positive light regardless of on-the-ground realities. This, he noted, became a pattern he observed and understood as part of a larger propaganda machinery rather than evidence of exceptional governance. For Kperogi, Tinubu's presidential style so far is consistent with the image he formed nearly 2 decades ago, which is why he was not surprised by the current state of affairs. In his words, to be frank, no, I did not expect anything different. I recalled visiting Lagos in 2005 from the United States on holiday, and I read a lot about how he has transformed Lagos, so I look forward to a transformed Lagos, a radically different Lagos to an infrastructurally rich Lagos. But when I got there, the Lagos I saw wasn't different from the Lagos I had known. And so I called my friends. Where is all this propaganda from? People said it was transforming Lagos, all that, and that's all I read in the newspaper, and I didn't see any difference. And they say, well, maybe you're in the part of Lagos you hadn't touched yet. I beg you. Part of Lagos you hadn't touched yet. Where did he touch? The only thing that he did as at that time as the governor was introducing all this LASMA, what was that one that he introduced about people that were actually LASMA, all these jobs, FRS and all of that. I think LASMA especially. That was the thing that he did, created jobs for them and all of that. What did he do in Lagos State? Which Lagos did he build? I beg you. I said, can you take me to that part of Lagos he had touched? And it turned out that part of Lagos that had changed were the parts where the elites live. So frankly, right from the time he was governor, when this noise was made about how he was transforming Lagos, I frankly didn't see it. I recognized it for what it was. It was propaganda, and I came up with a theory that almost every Lagos governor is always in the good graces of the national press, and they are almost always presented as doing exceptionally well. Well, some Lagos governors did exceptionally well. Fashola did. Ambode did. Ambode did exceptionally well in Lagos State. So it wasn't alone. It's typical of Lagos governors to be praised, and so I had no expectations. Frankly, that Tinubu is going to be any different from what he is now. It is well. Another great leader says it's only the useless and illicit braggers that will tell you Tinubu transformed Lagos. I was born and bred in Lagos State, and Lagos State happens to be the second capital of Nigeria after independence. What would one expect from a state that was the capital of Nigeria during the First and Second Republic to when the military government held the seat of power in the same state? Lateef Jakonde, the Second Republic governor of Lagos State, and then Colonel Buba Marwa and the then military administrator of Lagos State. Those were the two men that, including military head of state, that developed Lagos. Tinubu only came to steal and acquire land and properties in Lagos. Those who claim he developed Lagos should point out what he did exactly. But unfortunately, they will tell you he drew a blueprint of Lagos. I keep asking, what useless blueprint? Really? What blueprint? Don Ruby says, my first time of traveling to South Africa was the day I shed tears for Nigeria. Nigeria does not come close to comparing with South Africa. Even Ghana. We cannot be compared to Ghana. Cotonou self better pass us. I'm telling you. In any sector, be it in economy, manufacturing, political or otherwise, it was in South Africa that I saw the first and only aircraft or aeroplane manufacturing company in the entire African continent, only in South Africa. The Nigerians are busy looting themselves to stupor, Africa's biggest thief. This is what Nigerians are. Nothing more. Yes, so na thief, all of us, thief. Even Abuja, the so-called capital of Nigeria, can never be compared to any city-state in South Africa or even Egypt. Nigerians, what a country of thieves and shameless looters. Yes, so Kazeem Adeyibi says you are entitled to your opinion, but know that you are alien in Lagos. Introduce your state, then we compare your leaders and Tinubu. Where do you come from? Ode. You don't have sense, Kazeem. Kperogi says some are born to cover the truth, so this guy is irrelevant like all of his claims. Like some who say subsidies still in place, many died, can't see the light, remain dead by your choice. If you see, I don't understand. Nigerians, if you want to counter somebody, somebody said, okay, Tinubu did not build Lagos. He didn't do anything. And the places that they said he did was the places for elites. You come with your own evidence. That's how to win an argument. It's not by insulting the person. Tell us, what did he do in Lagos State? Give us dividends of the things that he did. Show us evidence. By 2005, this was what he did. He did this, he did that. You people should talk about it. But no, you be insulting somebody. You just be insulting, you just be fighting. Give us proof of the things that he did. That's how to fight. I don't understand people. You'll be fighting, you'll be insulting. Bring evidence. Bring evidence. Mayor Brown says some argue that the infrastructure in Lagos was developed by the federal government, overlooking the fact that the federal government relocated to Abuja on December 12, 1991, leaving behind 90% of infrastructure in a state of disrepair. Tinubu took it upon himself to address this neglect, clean up the mess. This is how you argue constructively. He repaired the infrastructure, he cleaned up the mess and initiated new infrastructure projects while laying out plans for future development, ultimately revitalizing Lagos. Today, many people are claiming ownership of Lagos State. This is how you argue. Argue like somebody that has sense. You visited Lagos in 2005 and 2 decades later you are labeling the city's development as mere propaganda. Before democracy began in 1999, Lagos was known as the dirtiest in Nigeria. Is Lagos still not dirty? Lagos is still very dirty. Very, very dirty. With piles of refuse lining the streets, making it impossible to walk without covering your nose with an handkerchief. It is still happening. Go to Keto Ojota now. Go and pass Keto Ojota and see if you will not cover your nose with handkerchief. However, when Tinubu became governor, he took decisive action to clean up the city. Is the city still cleaned? He initiated infrastructure development and created a strategic plan that transformed Lagos into what it is today. You don't know what you are saying, Mayor Brown, because Lagos is still very dirty. At least, but you argue like somebody with sense. And this is over to you. Leave your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Bye.